WNBA on USN. Welcome to Atlanta where players play. And tonight, the Las Vegas Aces in town to take on the Atlanta Dream as two of the top teams in the W are set to square off on a Monday night showdown from the ATL. And good evening, everybody. I'm Seth Eaves. Thank you so much for being with us. We even saved you the best seat in the house. What a matchup we have in prospect for you here tonight on this WNBA Monday. Or as some would call us, the Las Vegas Aces Network. In that we are having our fair share of Aces games. Well, the Aces are one of the top teams in the league. They're 20 up and 9 down. They have had just an amazing season. Their second meeting of the year, the first one was also in Atlanta. It was a 1-point Aces win. After starting the season 11-2 on the road, they've now lost back-to-back on the road, have the Aces. They lead, including that tough one we had for you in Chicago Saturday. They lead the WNBA in field goal percentage. They also lead the WNBA in assists and blocks. They're the third highest scoring team in the league, and they are a team that's no doubt going to be a force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson, 17th career game with at least 35 points, the most ever. Meanwhile, on the Atlanta side, a 5-game win streak for the Dream, the second longest active streak in the league. They lead the WNBA in offensive rebounds per game and second chance points. So there's a little stat for you to ponder with the Dream, steals and fast break points. And Angel Reese, of course, Little Miss double-double, 19 double-doubles. That's tied for the WNBA lead. And, of course, it is interesting to note that this game also has a little bit of added meaning and significance because for A'ja Wilson's sake, this is the closest thing game, her hometown of Hopkins, South Carolina, about 3.5 hours to the east of Atlanta. So you know she'll have some family and friends in the stands supporting her. And while we are on that subject, do need to make clarification to something that I have been saying the last couple of games. When I mentioned that A'ja Wilson had played her high school basketball at Lower Richland High School, that is incorrect. That is a mistake on my part. She played her high school basketball at Heathwood Hall. But she is from Hopkins, South Carolina. Again, about 3.5 hours to the east of Atlanta. And it will be a home-cooking type of game for Wilson. And the Aces are hoping that they can get it going. But it's Barbie night. They are promoting the Angel Reese Barbie doll, and they have the Barbie uniforms in Atlanta. It's going to be quite a night as the Aces and the Dream get together. A little Monday night WNBA action. We got all the action from Hotlanta next. Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, Melissa Smith, Stephanie Talbot, Asia Wilson, the starting five for Vegas. Atlanta rolls out Jordan Canada, Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Naz Hillman, and Angel Reese. Becky Hammond, the three-time WNBA champion, against Carl Smesko, the former Florida Gulf Coast coach in his second season, guiding the Atlanta Dream. Big game we have for you tonight. Should be a good one. As we've mentioned earlier, we've already touched on the big stats, the headlines within the headline, the big night, the Barbie night, the pink out in Atlanta. At least the crowd wearing pink, though it is like uniforms for Atlanta. Las Vegas going with their alternates, the red uniforms tonight. And of course, with the Aces also, you have to, as of course we've already touched on the fact that the world's best player, for many people, including this particular commentator, is playing the closest thing she'll have to a home game in the W this year, playing 3.5 hours away, 3.5 hours west of her hometown of Hopkins, South Carolina. Vegas and Atlanta, the W on a Monday. Hear your Manic Monday blues. You made it through the workday. Now it's time to sit back and watch some great basketball. Tip in the air, and it's controlled by the Dream. They'll have it going from right to left as you follow along in their black uniforms. Here is Howard with the basketball on the left wing. Isaac Barnett, Catherine Chang, and Genesis Perryman are three officials tonight. Here's Hillman on the left wing, and the officials already into action, and a foul call. Going to go on Melissa Smith. Of course, Atlanta playing at State Farm Arena tonight. Home of the NBA Hawks, the big arena in town. So here come the Dream now. Canada moving with it, driving into the paint. Canada, kick out, back over to Gray. 3 to shoot. Canada to Gray. 1 to shoot. Has to fire up a 3 to beat the shot clock. It's off the mark. No good. Here is Jackie Young. Here is Wilson. Mid-range jump shot. That one rims out no good on her first try of the night. And Reese gets the rebound. Dream want to run. Here is Gray on the right wing. Now back to Howard on the left wing. Now moves to the right with 12. Howard, kick out. Corner 3, Canada. No good. Fight for the loose ball. Rebound scooped out of the air by Wilson. A minute in, no score. Chelsea Gray with the ball now for Las Vegas. Gray will take the 17-footer and can it. And the Aces score first, and it's Chelsea Gray with the basket. 2-0. Gray averaging 13 a game on the season. Inside, it's Reese, and Angel Reese gets Atlanta's first points of the night. And the top double-double machine of the WNBA gets her first points of the night. Here's a pass that's a little bit wayward, intended for Gray, excuse me. And it will go back to Atlanta. 17.3 turnovers a game their opponents have. It's most in the league. Shot doesn't go out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Aces. You see your score there, 2-2, just underway in the opening quarter. Jackie Young now with it up the floor for the Aces. Young, being guarded closely, finds Wilson top of the key, 11 to shoot. Another bad pass. Young tried to save it, and she did not. She went out of bounds before it went back. So, just like in that game in Chicago, a bit of a sloppy start for the Aces. And, of course, it killed them in the end. They ended up losing that game. Losing another game to Minnesota, who won yesterday, as you heard here on this channel. Here's Howard with 11 to shoot. Gets it back now to Hillman. Now back it goes to Howard. Howard from the right block cans the jumper, and the former Kentucky Wildcat gives Atlanta a 4-2 lead. Here is Gray now on the right wing. Now meandering left side. Pass gets it back over to Young. Young on the left wing, 10 on the shot clock. Young, now a drive Smith. Smith turns and gets the friendly roll. Melissa Smith Friendly roll off the heel, and we are knotted up at 4. Dream want to run. Hillman, now Canada. Back to Hillman. Now it's Gray on the right wing. 13 on the timer. Wilson comes to switch. On the double, Gray drives through it. Scoop layup, no good, but a foul. And free throws for the 10th year pro out of South Carolina. Another player. Of course, she is an Atlanta player, so every game's on her. She is from Greenwood, South Carolina, though she attended high school in the state of Georgia at Washington County High School in Sandersville, Georgia. Started her collegiate career at North Carolina before going to play for Dawn Staley of the Gamecocks and winning a national championship. First free throw good for the 4-time WNBA All-Star and the first teamer from 1 season ago. Second free throw for Gray is good, and Atlanta has a 6-4 lead. Gray up the floor now for the Aces. Gray now back to Talbot. Oh, a good bounce pass. Smith off the glass. That's a great finish by Nalissa Smith. Even at 6. Now on the run, Canada. Canada turned it over. Young leading the break. 3 on 2. Talbot up ahead. Went for the extra pass, but it gets past Wilson. Reese has it. Now it's Reese running the break. Reese off the window, no good. Got her own miss. Puts it back up and in. Angel Reese with second chance points, and Atlanta leads 8-6. Wilson at the other end. Wilson driving into the paint. Wilson is fouled. We'll see if she gets continuation or shot foul on that. So Wilson is fouled. 6:24 mark of this opening quarter. 8-6 lead for the Dream. Early in this one, and it is free throws for A'ja Wilson. And makes the first one. So another one coming for Wilson, who almost had the game winner against Chicago on Saturday, only for the Sky to hit that incredible shot. As Talbot comes out for the Aces, and Jewel Lloyd, the veteran out of Notre Dame, comes into the contest. Wilson cans the second, and we are tied at 8 apiece. Here is Jordan Canada, top of the key. Canada, 13 on the timer. Left wing, Canada gotta go. Reese, left wing, 8 to shoot. Reese, now it goes back to Howard, 5 to shoot. Bounce pass. Oh, Reese, good kick out. Canada, 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound scooped up by Las Vegas is Young. Young on the drive wanted a foul as she put it in. The layup does go for Jackie Young, and the Aces now lead. Reese a 3 in transition, fast break, and she missed. Rebound gathered in by Wilson. Gray now back to Wilson. What a play. Oh my goodness. That's one of the best combos you'll ever see. Gray to Wilson, and they were in full sync there. And Wilson with a layup. Howard with a response from the left wing. It's a Ryan Howard 3, and it's a 12-11 lead for the Aces. Here is Wilson on the right block. She'll take the midi, and it's in and out. Rebound Atlanta. Dream of a chance to take the lead. Gray outlet pass to Hillman. The ball gets poked out of bounds. Last touched by the Aces, so it'll stay with the Dream. But Chelsea Gray, a great bounce pass to A'ja Wilson. That's just great, beautiful fundamental basketball being played by the Aces right there. Catch and shoot 3 for Gray off the inbound. No good. Rebound briefly gathered by Canada. It goes out of bounds, and whose ball is it? So inbound here for Las Vegas. Gray with it for the Aces, who lead it by a point. Bounce pass to Wilson. Wilson now high post, gives it up to Young. Young with 14. Young trying to move, and a foul away from the ball on Atlanta. And I think it's going to take us to our first media timeout. 4:58 to go, first quarter. Aces lead at 12-11. This is the WNBA on Ultimate Sports Media. "12-11 lead for the Aces. 4:58 to play first quarter as our WNBA coverage continues on. WNBA coverage rolls along. More WNBA coming up for you, for many of you that are going to pay attention. On Thursday night at 7 Eastern, Indiana hosts this Las Vegas team. That's at 7 o'clock. Then Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, Vegas in Minnesota. That's what's coming up this weekend here as the WNBA continues on. Play resumes. Here is Jackie Young. Good pass to Wilson, who was all alone and had a very easy layup. Easy two for Asia Wilson, and it's 14-11. Here come the Dream up the floor now. Here's Howard. Stopped on a dime, back to Reese. A left wing three is off the mark, no good. Ball loose, picked up by Wilson. Wilson now dribbling it up the floor. Onto the right wing, now gets it to Gray at the top of the key. 15 to shoot. Gray dribbling with it. Gray now moving. Gray at the free throw line. Step back, jump shot, high arcer, rims out no good. Tapped around. And the rebound back to Vegas. Here's Gray again. Three again misses. Rebounded by Reese. Dream now on the run with Canada. Canada on a drive. Lays it in. Great work. Jordan Canada on the board tonight. Dream back to within one on the layup from Canada. Here is Reese. Or Gray on the left wing. Now back to the right side. Here's Gray. A lob for Wilson. Wilson has it. Check that. That is Brianna Turner who's into the game. Ball knocked away. It stays with Las Vegas, but they'll have just 7 on the shot clock with which to work with. So here's the inbounds pass. Atlanta leads the WNBA in steals. They average 10 a game. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, and now a foul. So it came with 3 on the shot clock. And boy, that's got to drive Carl Semsko crazy. You're on the verge of getting the stop, and then Isabel Borlassi, the rookie from Australia, gets called for a foul. So fresh-ish shot clock for the Aces. Ball fumbled around off the hands of Wilson. And it's stolen by Howard on the right wing. Howard now for Atlanta. Howard trying to move. Howard looking for some help. Howard gets it now to Borlassi. Borlassi with 11 on the timer. Borlassi, who's playing with 2 fouls, gets it back to Canada left side. 5 to shoot. Canada double team. Pass inside to Reese. Scoops it off glass, and Reese gives Atlanta the lead. 15-14 lead for the Dream. 11 on the timer. Young's drive, that's way off the mark. Rebound Atlanta, Brianna Jones gets it. Here is Howard, pass then off the hands of Borlassi and out of bounds. And back it goes to the Aces. So getting set to come out of this break. Jewel Lloyd set to inbound. We resume play. It goes now over to Jackie Young. Young with a bounce pass over to Turner. Turner now moving inside the painted area. Turner kicks it back out to Young. 11 on the timer. This is Young trying to move. Young, in a world of trouble, whips it around to Lloyd. 4 to shoot. Lloyd's got to put it up and hits. Big time 3 with a shot clock winding down by Jewel Lloyd. And the Aces retake the lead. And now and Atlanta up the floor, and we get a whistle and a foul. I believe they're going to call Young for it, but that's tough there by Jewel Lloyd. Oh, that's cold. Big 3 with the shot clock winding down. 17-15, Aces on top. So near the later stage of the first quarter. Here is Naz Hillman, a lob inside to Jones, and Jones had it poked away. Wilson then gets hit from behind by Jones, and that's a foul of the former Maryland Terrapin. 2:13 to play in the first. Carl Semsko, none appreciative. Built one of the finest mid-major women's programs when he was the coach at Florida Gulf Coast. Tournament regular out of the A-Sun, and then decided to take his coaching talents to the W, and that's Atlanta in prime position for a playoff run this year. Again, 4th in the league heading into play tonight. Now Vegas with the basketball as Dana Evans is in a world of trouble. Kept it alive somehow. Evans stayed with it, lose the ball, and laid it in. Great work, Evans. 4-point Aces lead under 2 minutes to play in the first. Borlassi with it. Driving through traffic, rejected. Follow. Good by Jones. Hung on the rim for about a second and a half, and then it finally went down. 2-point lead for the Aces here. Late first quarter. Evans. Now Young, right wing 3. She can get hot at any time. And Jackie Young drills a triple from the right wing to build the Las Vegas lead to 5. Jalen Sherrod into the game. 3rd-year pro out of Colorado. Now Gray, 7 to shoot. Gray blocked by Wilson. Jones the follow, and 1. And Asia Wilson is some kind of upset. I think they're going to call a foul on that block. She does on the way down get the face a little bit, and Jones does sell it. But they called the foul, so that basket was after the foul, and Becky Hammond is going to challenge. So while they do this challenge, we remind you that Our Major League Baseball coverage is kicking into high gear Wednesday night. It's the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. That'll be at 9:30 Eastern. Friday night, AL Central teams colliding as the Cleveland Guardians head to the Windy City to take on the Chicago White Sox. That's your Major League Baseball coverage this week here on Ultimate Sports Media. And a reminder, WNBA here tonight. And a reminder here that if you like what you are seeing and more importantly hearing, we remind you that we remind you that if you like what you I'm trying to say, let me try it again here. Let me try it again. If you like what you're seeing or more importantly hearing, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified of when we go on for future broadcasts. So we're waiting to see. So the foul call is actually call is going to stand. So first free throw for Alicia Gray is no good, but as the rules dictate, she'll get another. Second free throw is good. So 1 out of 2 for Gray, and a 4-point game as we approach the final minute of the opening quarter. Brianna Turner. 8 to shoot. Gray off a curl, but an illegal screen set. The three missed anyway. So 48 seconds to go. Brianna Turner says that was a flop. Jalen Sherrod. Hillman. Sherrod. 6 to shoot. Back to Hillman. Left wing three. It's good for Naz Hillman. 1-point game, and now a steal. A steal by the Dream. Howard on the right wing with the basketball. Game and shot clock virtually the same. Here comes Ryan Howard with it. Howard has it on the right wing, being guarded by Young. 7 seconds left. Now the switch comes from Smith. Gets the pass off. Sherrod for three. That's an air ball, but there is a foul. And it's on Jackie Young. My heavens. Oh boy, that didn't look like a whole lot. I mean, it's contact, but it's after the shot. It doesn't affect the shot. Doesn't look intentional either. Man, I don't know about that one. They are reviewing it just to make sure with 2 seconds left in the opening quarter. Another review, which means another chance to promote things. Soccer is back after the momentum of a great World Cup. USM will be able to give you a lot of coverage from club soccer, club football this season. And we begin with a triple bill this weekend of the EFL Cup starting Friday at 2:45 as Wolves host Port Vale at Molyneux. Then Saturday, Portsmouth make the trek to the capital to take on West Ham. That's at 10 a.m. And then Sunday at 11 a.m., Mansfield welcomes Sheffield United to town for what should be a tasty cup tie. Wolves Port Vale at 2:45 Friday. West Ham Portsmouth 10 a.m. Saturday. Mansfield Sheffield United 11 a.m. Sunday. That's all right here on USM. Cannot wait as we get back into there. And they have officially called this a flagrant one on Jackie Young. So not just a foul, a flagrant. So a technical free throw, Jalen Sherrod, and hits that one. And that ties the game. Sherrod played at Colorado from Birmingham, Alabama. So a bit of a home game for her, just a couple of hours away. Sherrod hits the second. Was a champion with the New York Liberty a couple of years ago. Two-time All-Pac-12 selection in her time at Colorado. And another free throw good for Sherrod. 24-22, 2 seconds left. A 7-0 run in the last 62 seconds by the Dream. And they'll get the ball. Howard wanted to trigger it in. Canada. Howard fires. No good. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter. A great end to the quarter if you're an Atlanta Dream fan. We've played 10. They lead at 24-22. This is WNBA on Ultimate Sports Media. Second quarter about to begin in Atlanta. The Dream leading the Aces 24-22. A great end of the first quarter for Atlanta has put them up by a deuce as we get set to start the second quarter of action. Glad to have you with us here on this Monday night or Monday, whatever it is, depending on which part of the world you are accessing us from. One other note I failed to mention in promoting a minute ago, if you want to leave a comment in the chat section of any kind, of the game or about us or anything, then feel free to do so, as Dana Evans misses a shot off balance. Rebound Atlanta. And a reminder, and just keep the comments respectful, of course, but we would love to hear from you. Here's Gray. Inside to Reese. Reese, turnaround, hooks it in. That's 2 for Angel Reese, and Atlanta's up by 4. 26-22, that's now a 9-0 run for the Dream. Young then dribbled it off her foot, and she landed pretty hard on there, but eventually got it back. Here's Gray with the basketball for Las Vegas. Gray on the drive. Gray, fall away. It's good for Chelsea Gray. 26-24. Howard, 13 on the timer. Howard, oh, great pass. Reese underneath with 2 more. Angel Reese putting it in, 28-24 Atlanta. Still 8:40 to play in the second quarter. Young, back to Turner. Turner, in trouble, now gets it back to Gray. 8 on the timer. Gray on the left wing. Gray down to 5. Gray puts one up, and it's off the mark, no good. Rebound by Reese. Reese on the move. 8 points for Reese. Driving, running the show herself, missing the shot, but she gets fouled in the process. Angel Reese, national starter collegiate career at Maryland, national champion at Louisiana State. 24-year-old out of Randallstown, Maryland. Started with the Chicago Sky and then went to Atlanta, 3-time All-Star. So the WNBA's all-rookie team, trying to lead the league in rebounding for a 3rd consecutive year. First free throw from Reese is no good. As Wilson comes back in for the Aces. Second free throw, up and good. And the Dream now lead it by 5 as we near the 8-minute mark in the second quarter. Gray to Wilson. Now back to Gray on the left wing with 10 to shoot. Back to Gray to Wilson. Wilson kicking out Young. Straight away 3. And she hits the jumper from downtown. A 3-ball for Jackie Young. And the Aces back to within 2. Canada now back to Hillman. Hillman the left wing 3. Rims out no good. Rebound Las Vegas with Kirsten Bell, who's checked into the game. Now here's Wilson on the left wing. 15 to shoot. Wilson in the paint. Jumper off glass. Counted and 1 for Asia Wilson. And she'll have a chance to give the Aces the lead at the charity stripe. Excellent work there by Asia Wilson. So here is Wilson. A couple of dribbles, puts up the free throw, and it's good. And it's a 1-point lead for the Aces. 30-29, 7 for Wilson. Now here is Canada. Kick out Reese. Gray straight away 3. That one rims out, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Aces, and up the floor they go. Young's going to pull up. That one rims out. Rebound gathered in by Reese. Reese now over to Canada. Canada now back to Howard. Howard 15. Howard on the move. Howard driving. Howard willing her way to the bucket. Reverse layup, no good. Wilson in a fight for the ball with Jones. Jones had it. Wilson blocked it. Went back to Jones, though. Canada, 10 on the timer. Canada, tickle toe in the baseline. Back to Reese. Canada with 5 on the timer. Canada, extra pass. Gray's got to put it up off balance. No. Rebounded by the Aces. Fast break basketball up ahead of the pack. Bell misses the shot, but she got fouled. Kirsten Bell, who of course played for Carl Sebsco at Florida Gulf Coast. 26-year-old from Alliance, Ohio. Same town as former Indy 500 winner Sam Hornish Jr. 3-time champion with Las Vegas. So here's Bell at the foul line, and the first one is no good off the left side of the rim. Second free throw, good, and Las Vegas now up by a deuce. We're still early in the second quarter. On the drive, Canada, nice finish. Putting it in, nice finish by Jordan Canada. We're even at 31. Bell, Smith on a drive, and Smith puts the Aces back in front. Smith with a tough layup. She has 6 points. Here's Hillman. And going to have a clear out foul on Jones. And Brianna Jones with a foul as she decked Wilson underneath. So offensive foul away for the ball on Brianna Jones. That's her second foul. Angel Reese, by the way, also now on the bench. 2-point lead for the Aces, who have the basketball. Chelsea Gray. Now Nalissa Smith. Now a little dribble handoff back to Young. Young in the lane. Young, no. Oh, but there's the tip in by Smith. Good follow. Tips it in. 35-31. Here's Howard. Straightaway 3. No good. Rebound corralled by Wilson. Giving it up to Gray. Left side. Gray now trying to weave through. Gray, 16 to shoot. Gray, tough 2. Oh, very tough 2. Chelsea Gray, undaunted, lays it in. Timeout Atlanta. 5:20 to play in the first half. Aces 37, Dream 31. WNBA on USM. 37-31, 5:20 to play first half. Las Vegas leading Atlanta. WNBA on a Monday night. Dream set to inbound. Howard. Howard now to Canada. The Dream with the basketball. Canada forcing up a left wing three. Bricked out, no good. Rebound gathered in by Young. Now it's Young trying to work her way up the floor as we go inside of 5 minutes to go. A 13-2 run for the Aces, and they now lead by a half dozen. Bell finds Gray with 9 on the timer. 8 to shoot. Gray right wing. Gray working. Gray shuffles a pass off, and a foul is called against Atlanta. And it's going to go on Canada, I believe. Yes, Jordan Canada. Hard to believe in her 9th year in the league out of UCLA. Gray to inbound. Wilson with the basketball, 11 to shoot. Here's Wilson, posting inside on Reese. Reese defends, but can't stop Wilson with the turnaround jumper. 2 more for Asia Wilson, and the Aces now up by 8. Hillman back up the floor for the Dream. Howard now in the left wing. Howard for 3. That one's good. They needed that one, and Ryan Howard delivered. 39-34 with 4:18 to play in the second. Gray looking for a pass picked off. Well, it was picked off. Ball still loose. Somehow it got back in the hands of Gray. Young fakes the 3 on the drive and floats it in. Tough play, Jackie Young. A bit of a wild sequence, but the Aces come out on top of it. Under 4 to play in the second. The lead now back at 7 for the visitors from Nevada. Here comes Reese on the right side. Reese forcing one up, and nice finish. I thought it was Reese. I think it was Gray, actually. It was Reese. Either way, it's 41-36. It was Gray. Here's Young. Young makes the basket, and shock horror, an Aces player wants a foul after the play. Here's Reese, double team. Reese inside. We're going to have a jump ball. So no basket for Reese, a jump ball. So here comes the jump ball. 3:29 to play in the second. Here's the tap, and the Aces win it. Here's Young. Good strip from behind by Canada. It does go out of bounds. It will stay with the Aces, but that's a good hustle. Young was heading for an easy layup. Good, clean hustle, no foul by Jordan Canada. Here's Gray, now over to Smith. Now here's Gray, bounce pass. Smith underneath, no. Young, also foul. So foul on the Dream, and Aces will go to the line here. 2 coming in for Jackie Young with 3:20 to play in the second. First one is down the pipe from Young. Second free throw. No good. Rebound Atlanta. Dream up the floor, Canada. Canada with the basketball. Canada now back to Hillman. Now here's Howard left wing. 10 to shoot. Howard a 3. That's no good. Fight for the loose ball. Rebound picked up by the Aces. Aces now have it under 3 minutes to play. Here is Young. Back to Wilson. Now it's Young. Young a tough two. Gets the friendly roll off the heel. Jackie Young with two more, and the Aces lead now at 10. Canada kicks it back out to Hillman on the left wing. Hillman now trying to move. Hillman back to Canada. Steal by Gray. Watch out. 1-on-1 ahead of the pack. Gray lays it in. Timeout, Carl Sepsko. Las Vegas now leads by a dirty dozen in the ATL. Timeout. A reminder coming up at halftime, action news from the WNBA as well as other sports as we get going and we crank things up. American football will be coming back sooner than you realize. College and NFL football coming your way. We start our college season Saturday, August 29th at 3:30 when North Carolina State travels to Virginia. Our NFL season begins Wednesday, September 9th with the Super Bowl rematch between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. 6 on the shot clock as play resumes. High archer on that jumper from Canada, no good. Rebound by Medina Okot, the rookie from South Carolina, couldn't get it to go. Aces now looking to extend their lead. Here's Young. They'll do just that. 3 ball again for Jackie Young. A 20-5 run, and the Vegas lead is now 15. Hillman. Atlanta desperately needs something. Here is Borlasse. 7 to shoot. Borlasse now gets it back to Canada. 4 to shoot. Canada back to Hillman. Hillman's 3 off the heel, no good. Fight the loose ball. Gray and Oak ought to have a fight for it. And who touched it last? Tough to tell. 95 seconds to play in the first half. NASCAR Cup Series returns from its final off week of the season on Sunday, 3:30 Eastern. The Iowa Corn 350 from the Iowa Speedway as full speed the rest of the regular season and then the chase. No more off weeks as we push for a championship in NASCAR. Here's Angel Reese. Reese, 8 to shoot. Great. Off to good. Gray. Alicia Gray with 2 more. Minute 18 to go. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Look for Jackie Young, who has 13 of her 18 points in the second quarter. Young looking for 2 more and is fouled from behind. Good pass by Wilson to find Young, and then Young with the foul. There's Harry the Hawk from the Atlanta Hawks underneath the basket. Must be all Atlanta mascot night. No, I mean, I don't know why it would be Harry the Hawk there. Meanwhile, looks to be is there an injury situation? There's an issue with the floor. What we got here? Or ask the Atlanta Dreams mascot. It just looks like Harry Hawk. That could be. That could be it. That could be what it is. Aha! They are the only WNBA team without a mascot. Oh, Gray takes a head first shot. That's what we're looking at here. A close angle determines that Gray throws her headband, her eye protector off. Glasses off. She just took a hard shot and then rolled. Wait, soaring, flying, and head first. That's not good. Gray back up and appearing to be heading to the locker room. I don't know if there's blood or what the deal is under the basket. Why we're in this delay that we are in, but you want to make 100% sure you don't have any loose condensation. You don't want to have anything too bad going on while you do that. While you have it. Still, we're waiting to see what the call is here. I think we're done. So, free throws for Jackie Young as we now are ready to resume play here. So here's Young, puts it up, and makes the free throw. Second free throw is no good. Rebound by Okot. Okot to Canada. Canada now to Borlassi. Borlassi with 15. Here is Reese. Down to Borlassi on the right wing. They need that 3. It's an air ball. Gray picks up the loose ball. Under a minute to go in the second. Young, who's had the hot hand in this quarter. Young passing it to Smith. Smith leaning in left side. No, tip didn't go either. Rebound gathered in by Reese. 20 on the shot clock as Reese runs the floor. Canada thought about a 3 briefly. Gets it back to Reese, top of the key. 12 to shoot. Oak odd inside. Poked away, another steal. Here is Young. Young with a basketball now. 17 on a timer. Here is Young with 13. Young now to Wilson. Here's Young. Back to Wilson. Straightaway 3. Good. Asia Wilson from downtown. And the lead now at 17. Shot clock turned off. Here comes Canada. Canada. Now it is Okot. 1 to shoot. Okot. They're not going to get a shot off. The Aces with good defense. Dream were bamboozled That's a rookie mistake there by Medina Okot. Things develop just that little bit faster in the W. And the Aces, boy, did they put on a clinic in that second quarter, showing you why they are the reigning champs. They're up by 17 at intermission. It's Las Vegas 55, Atlanta 38. Halftime fun on the flip side. This is the WNBA on Ultimate Sports Media. 55-38, the Aces lead over the Dream. What a second quarter it was. The team currently second in the WNBA. Las Vegas on top of Atlanta in this big Monday night encounter as we get you caught up on what else is happening across the WNBA. Glad to have you with us. A three-game night in the W. It is Las Vegas leading Atlanta 55-38. There's one other game in progress in the third quarter. New York leads Seattle 68-60. Brianna Stewart with 19 points for the Liberty in that game. So that's what's happening there. One other game tonight in about 40 minutes. Phoenix at Chicago. The big story there. It is the Mercury debut of Kelsey Plum, who they acquired late Saturday night and early Sunday morning in a trade with the LA Sparks. So that's the big headlines across in the WNBA. Major League Baseball, the trade deadline. There, Padres pull off a deal to get Casey Mize as the buzzer sound. Other notable deals, including let's see what else we have here. Marcelo Meyer goes to San Francisco, the former top prospect. The Giants also selling players. Elliot Ramos to the New York Yankees. So Cubs acquire Clay Holmes. So a lot of things going on the trade deadline. Monday in the major leagues. Washington leads Philadelphia 3-0 in the seventh. Cardinals 4-0 on the Yankees in the third. It's Pittsburgh with a 3-0 lead on Milwaukee. That's also in the third. Dodgers lead the Cubs 3-2 at the end of the first. They're also underway in Texas. No score between San Francisco, Texas. Also scoreless in the first between Toronto and Houston. Later tonight, Tampa Bay at Colorado and San Diego at Arizona. ATP National Bank Open in Montreal. Marin Cilic among those playing in first set action today as that event gets going. As of course we're on the hard court season ahead of the upcoming United States Open. And from college football news today, Miami's agreeing to a long-term contract extension with their head coach, Mario Cristobal. College basketball, Vanderbilt transfer center Jalen Washington received a fifth-year of eligibility last Friday. Today, he stays in Nashville. He stays at the Volunteer State, heading to arch rival Tennessee. And so now we get ready to start the third quarter as the Aces lead the Dream 55-38. And well, the Aces at 14-2 run in the last 3:50 of the second quarter, and that really proved to be a major reason why the Aces lead has been built up to the 17-point cushion that it is at the present time. State Farm Arena, Atlanta, Georgia, Barbie night. Angel Reese Barbie night, but it has not exactly been a dream house for the Dream. It is all Las Vegas. They lead by 17 points as we move into the third quarter. Carl Sebsko's team with a lot of work to do in the second half. And away we go. The second half. Aces going right to left in their red uniforms. Dream going left to right in the black uniforms. Here is Nalissa Smith. 9 to shoot. Young now back over to Wilson. 5 to shoot. Wilson, turn around. Good. Too good, Asia Wilson. And her turnaround gives the Aces a 57-38 lead with 9:28 in the third. Canada. A wild layup is no good, but she goes to the free throw line. First free throw for Atlanta up and good. For Jordan Canada, the veteran again out of UCLA, 30-year-old from LA. 5th overall pick in 2018 out of UCLA, a two-time WNBA champion with Seattle. Second free throw also good. And it's now 57-40. The score of the game now. Talbot for the Aces. Smith now Wilson. Bounce pass. Going inside, trying to find Smith, and out of bounds. And whose ball is it? It's going to be a Gray. I think it's going to be available. And Gray got hit in the eye again. She took that fall on her head toward the end of the quarter. The end of the second quarter. Vegas with the pass there, and that one's not going well either. So here is Gray up the floor, 17 on the timer. For Chelsea Gray, 14 to shoot. Gray's pass off the foot of Howard, and it will stay with the Aces, who lead it by 17 points. Gray catching the inbound. Gray now to Wilson. Wilson with 6. Wilson, 3 to shoot. Wilson, turn around. No, but a foul. With 1 second on the shot clock, Asia Wilson fouled. And she's fouled, and yet she still finds something to scream about. What a shock. Meanwhile, we've got a coach's challenge, and so we'll step aside. Aces up by 17 to the third. Timeout. call of a foul against Atlanta stands after review. And a foul on Angel Reese, which is now her third in this game. 8:41 to play third. You see the time on you see the situation on your screen as A'ja Wilson makes the first free throw. And the Aces lead is now of the 18-point variety. Now a chance to add to it. And she does. So two more for Wilson. And it's now 59-40 early in the third. Las Vegas in the lead in this one. Here's Reese now to Howard. Howard. Oh, it's a good pass from Canada. Tried to find Reese and got tipped out of bounds. They'll stay with Atlanta, but they're only going to have 9 seconds to work with here. Here's Reese, jump shot, and it is no good. So now here comes Nalissa Smith. Smith off the front of the rim, it's no good. Rebound picked up by Atlanta. Here come the Dream, trying to go. Howard, 3. They're going to need a lot of those down the stretch if they want to make a comeback. That's a good start. Lead at 16, 59-43. Just the 4th 3 of the night for the Dream. Smith pass tip, but it landed to Talbot underneath, and Talbot puts it in for an easy deuce. 2 more for Stephanie Talbot. Here's Gray, right corner 3, short, rebounded Jackie Young. Here comes Las Vegas. Young now to Smith. Smith drives and scores. Great finish, and the lead now at 20. Canada trying to go the other way at breakneck speed. Brief follow there as Smith misses. Not misses. Hilleman gives it to Reese, and Reese had it poked out of bounds. Inside, and easy 2 for Reese off the inbounds pass. Here is Smith. Smith, and out of bounds, and side. Here's A'ja Wilson, and 1, and she is feeling herself, and why not? Chance to build the lead to 21 at the foul line. Free throw good by Wilson, and the lead now 21. 66-45. Dream with the basketball inside. Here's a kick out. Reese now looking for Jones, and out of bounds. And whose ball is it? I think it's going to stay with. I think it's going to stay with Vegas or Atlanta. So here's the inbound. 10 to shoot. Got to get it in. They do to Jones. Now here's Canada, and a foul away from the ball. So Dream have the basketball now, down 66-45. Reese driving in, counted and 1 for Angel Reese. Reese makes the free throw, 66-48. Here's Reese at the free throw line. Not Reese, it's Wilson just inside that painted area, and Wilson hits it. 20-point lead. Here is Reese, kick out. Jones, long two, air ball. Reese underneath, had it blocked. Gray has it now for the Aces. Gray trying to push. Pass through traffic, picked off by Howard. Dream won a steal. Gray, and that's a bad pass. Boy, getting a bit rec leaguish here. Through the 6-minute mark of the third quarter, Wilson had it poked away. And she wants a foul, and she's not going to get it, but it is going to be Ace's ball. So now is play. So Vegas with the basketball again. Gray, the fadeaway, and gets it to go. Tough two for Chelsea Gray, and the Las Vegas lead is now at 22 points. Hillman now on the left wing. Hillman giving it up to Howard. Howard, a little Euro. No, Howard getting it back. 10 to shoot. Howard down to 8 on the timer. Howard's got to go. 7. Howard through the lane and puts it in. Tough two by Ryan Howard. And the lead now is 70-50. That is now 13 points for Howard. Here is Smith. Turnaround and good. Alyssa Smith with 2 more. $15 to shoot. Here's Gray. Lob to Jones on the right block in the paint. Good move. Great finish, Brianna Jones. Nice hook shot there. It's a 20-point game. Young with it now for the Dream, or for the Aces. Wilson trying to spin. Wilson turnaround. Good. Book it for Asia Wilson. 74-52 as Wilson now taking over in this one. As you would imagine she would. 23 points and 6 rebounds now. Howard is picking it up in the third quarter, at least for her personal best. And that layup makes it a 20-point game at 74-54. Harry the Hawk entertaining the fans once again. Here's Gray. Oh, went for the behind-the-back no-look and ended up in the hands of Wilson, who passes it to Smith for an extremely easy 2 under the basket. And Atlanta's just left bamboozled looking for the number of that truck. 18th Aces assist on the night. Lead back at 22. Howard, top of the key. Bounce pass to Hillman inside, and Hillman lays it in. So 2 for Naz Hillman. And we get a quick stoppage here. 3:45 to play in the third. It is all Aces in this one. A 20-point lead for the reigning champs in Atlanta. Timeout. I'll tell you, just when you think you've heard every made-up stat, I've just been handed that Ryan Howard is the league leader in interior off-ball gravity. Someone smarter than me with a PhD want to explain that to me and explain that to me like I don't like being talked down to. Please talk to me like I'm 4 and explain that one to me. Boy, good old analytics. The MENA convocation of sports continues. 3 drilled as Lloyd drills a 3 as play has resumed, and the Aces are just pouring it on here. The last 13 minutes of this game might just be a bashing of analytics. Wouldn't that be something? Something. My speech instructor, my speech in school instructor, to use the Ward Burton line, aka my father says you should say something, not something. Make it sound like an illiterate hick. Here's a bad pass. It's picked off, and the Aces with a steal. Here comes Gray. Foul away from the ball here at the 2:59 mark of the third quarter. Reese back in. .23 game with 2:59 to play in the third quarter. Becky Hammond orchestrating traffic, always coaching despite it being up by 23. Here's Young, gets it up to Wilson, thought about the 3, now drives and missed the layup. Jones with a rebound. Here is Howard. Up ahead it goes to Reese. Reese driving. Reese, good pump. Nope, travel. Well, Angel Reese's Barbie night has turned into a nightmare. Shoe even came untied, and she's had to take care of that problem. That's the least of the problem the Dream have at the present time, as the Aces have taught them a basketball lesson here tonight. Young, step back. Back it goes over to Lloyd. Now back to Young with 5 to shoot. Here's Young, a 3. Good. 82 to 56. Here's Howard now to Jones. Jones kicking it back out. Here's Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Her 3 wouldn't drop. She's checked into the game for Atlanta. Rebound, Vegas. Another former Maryland player. I'm sure Matthew Owens just loves that, if he's out there listening. Here's Young all the way unmolested to the basket. And a timeout. Carl Simcoe they don't need to talk about it. They need to pray about it. 84-56, a minute 57 on the third quarter. No one has chimed in about the off-ball gravity coming. I've already forgot what the thing is. I swear. Analytics. I guess it has a place, but golly, I miss the days when you form your own sports opinions based on, your own eyes. You didn't have to hear anything from, you didn't have to worry about what a computer or what XYZ plus 26Q equals. The square root of an oxnard. .56, a minute 57 ago in the third quarter. Speaking of oxnards, there's Kennedy Carter over there talking to Chelsea Gray. I don't know what an oxnard is. I heard that on a Jimmy Neutron episode once. Jimmy and Cindy were arguing, and they talked about that line got dropped, the square root of an oxnard. I don't know what an oxnard is. I haven't looked it up. It can't be too bad if it was on a Nickelodeon show. I say that and watch. I'm going to look it up right now. It's going to be a PG term. Maybe JT can tell us what it is. JT knows everything. Oxnard. Well, all I got about Oxnard is it's a city 60 miles northwest of Los Angeles. Can I have that in a sentence, please? Well, here we go. Meaning, An ox herd. Okay. All right. All right. That's what that means. Play has resumed for those that actually give a darn. Here's Walker Kimbrough. That's a good reverse layup there. A big layup to cut the lead to 26 for Shatori Walker Kimbrough. 84 to 58 lead for the Aces. Young now back to Smith. Here's Young with 11 to shoot. Young with 9 left iron. Young's going to pull and miss the 3. Jones gets the rebound for Atlanta. Here comes Canada. Canada on the move. Nice zigzag. Back to Jones. Her 3, way off the mark. Rebound chased down by Reese. Walker Kimbrough back to Reese. Reese hits it. Mid-range jump shot good for Reese. That cuts it to 24. 16 and 10. Another double-double for Angel Reese as we are now inside of a minute to play in this third quarter. Smith driving right side. And nice finish. Oh, you know what? I got it wrong. I got it wrong at Smith Bay's layup. It wasn't the square root of an oxnard. It was the square root of a flexnard. That's what it was. That's what it was. Here's Walker Kimbrough. In the paint. 8 to shoot. Walker Kimbrough. And she is fouled. So now you look at what a flexnard is. Hey, the square root of a flexnard. Walker Kimbrough's at the foul line. I go to look it up. And I swear to you, the sentence I get is, a flexnard is a completely made-up nonsense word popularized by the animated television series. Baker's a Jimmy Neutron boy genius. That's wild. That's cool, man. Second free throw good. 86-62. 10-second difference between game and shot clock. You can tell this one's riveting, isn't it? Here's Young. 10 to shoot. The only thing we need now is Matthew Owens calling cricket. Here's Young with 3 to shoot. Young kicks it out. Smith with 1. Smith, jumper, no good. And, friendly fire collision, and Smith gets the ball back. 4 seconds left. Gray with 2. Gray got to put it up, and it's no good. It wasn't Gray, you idiot. It was Lloyd. And Lloyd misses the 3, and that'll take us to the money quarter. But I think everything's been cashed in and deposited. The Aces in cruise control, 86-62. We go to the fourth. It's WNBA on USM. Fourth quarter underway. Ryan Howard with a three doesn't go. Reese gets the rebound and puts it in. And a bucket for Angel Reese to get the fourth quarter started. 86-64, Aces lead. A close game early, but a late second quarter surge from the Aces turned it into a laugher. They've never really looked back. Lloyd and Turner setting a screen. Lloyd's shot no good. Rebound Dream as they go up the floor with Howard. Howard now finds Canada on the right wing. 13 to shoot. Reese back to the basket, just threw it up. Not even close. Reverse layup good, though, as she got her own miss. And one. So chance at a three-point play for Angel Reese. The lead at 20 with 9:08 to go. You son of a mother. It is 1:55 a.m., JT. What are you doing here? I heard my name. Hello. How? JT reporting, finishing up his day job, watching 5 cars be stuck together at a British flat track event. Speaking of stuck together, Angel Reese makes the free throw. That was a terrible segue. I said you know everything, JT. I gave you a good compliment. Yeah, we've officially gone to Stupidville, in case you haven't realized. This game's a blowout. Here's a three off the mark, rebounded by Angel Reese for Atlanta. Reese with a Euro step. No good. Got her own miss and puts it in. And the Dream bench getting excited. And Angel Reese trying to pump the crowd up. Trying to make a comeback happen. 7 points already in the fourth. Still 86-69. Still a long way to go. Here is Gray on the right wing. Gray, fade away from the right block, is pure. And Chelsea Gray, 2 more for the point guard. And it's 88-69. Lob inside. Reese couldn't handle the pass. Out of bounds, back to the Aces. $8:13 to go. Here's Wilson, now gives it up to Dana Evans, who's re-entered the game, the former Louisville Cardinal. Evans now bounces it to Wilson. 14 on the timer. This is Wilson. Now it's Young. Young on a drive all the way. Easy layup. Great work, Jackie Young. Uncontested of a layup. And the Aces have now hit 90 with still 7:50 to play. 26 for Jackie Young. Here is Howard. Knifing in and missing. But there is a foul underneath, and it is on the Aces. It's going to go on Smith. Of course, if you know our upcoming schedule, you know what the Aces' upcoming schedule is, because we have all their games, it seems. Thursday night, they're back in action in Indianapolis against Indiana. Then they're at Minnesota Saturday. And at New York on Sunday. That's their upcoming schedule. First free throw is good. Second, Atlanta, upcoming games for them. They're back at home to host the now Kelsey Plum-led Phoenix Mercury. That'll be on Wednesday night. Then they hit the road Friday to play at Washington. And then back home against Toronto a week from tonight. Second free throw good. And it's now 90-71 as Reese is now back on the bench. Seven and a half to play. Young with 8 to shoot. Young now the left wing. Young dribbling around. Just trying to make mincemeat of defenders. Young now drives. 6-foot floater. Good. 2 more for Young. 92-71 now the score as you see. 28-8. Assist for Jackie Young. What a night. Gray trying to lean inside and left her jumper short. Smith with a rebound for Las Vegas. Gray gives it back to Evans. Now it's Wilson on the right wing. Wilson now working with it. Evans floater off the window. No good. Rebounded by Atlanta. Dream now to run. Canada now finds the trailing Reese. Reese with 16. That's not Reese, that's Howard. Howard spinning inside. Howard doing her best Aces player impersonation, wanting a foul after a made basket. Didn't get it. Refs didn't fall for that bait either. 92-73 with 6.5 minutes to go. Wilson. Evans with 8 to shoot. Evans with 6. Evans, and it's going to be a turnover, and then, oh my goodness, that sums up the Dreams night. Trying to get the basketball. Howard falls to the ground and loses the ball. She can laugh about it. I don't know if I find it that funny when my team's down 19 points, but you do you, Ryan. JT says he should probably be asleep since he has to be up for a massive delivery in the morning. Why are you up? I swear, sleep and JT have never met. Now here with 6:14 to play, and I think we're going to have a timeout. Becky Hammond, Vegas on their way to their 21st win of the season. They lead by 19. Timeout. (92-73) with 6:14 to play. As we resume action, and on the inbounds pass, miss by the Aces. Young off balance. Canada has it now for the Dream to go out the other way. Gray a 3, rims out, and into the hands of Gray, Chelsea Gray for the Aces. Under 6 minutes to play in a 19-point Aces lead. Gray, step back 3, is down the hatch. Kaboom! for Chelsea Gray, and it's 95-73. Gray now with 15. Reese for Atlanta, top of the key, lob inside to Jones. Jones hooks it in. Nice work, and one. Chance at a three-point play for Brianna Jones. 95-75. And the free throw from Jones, good. It's now 95-76. $13 on the timer as the Aces now want to go. This is Young. 8 to shoot. Smith inside, 1 on the shot clock, blocked by Reese. Reese now trying to run up the floor here for the Dream. Reese spinning, hooking, and missing. Rebound into the hands of Gray. So Chelsea Gray gets the rebound. Wilson. Now back to Smith. Back to Gray with 7 to shoot. Gray thought about it. Driving inside. Still has the ball with 3. Gray, the 8-foot leaner, is good for Chelsea Gray. 2 more for her. It's now 97-76. Canada off the glass and no good. Gray with 17 for the Aces. Young now up the floor. Thought about it briefly. Aces 3 points from Mahundi. Gray double team. Young 3. They won't get 100 this time as Reese gets the rebound. Now it's Canada. Canada, 4:07 to go. Howard with the basketball. Now Jones setting the screen. Canada. Bounce past Jones. Inside Jones. Nice finish. Brianna Jones scoops it high off the window and in. And the lead now at 19 points. So here's Young with 4 seconds left. Young looking for the bounce pass underneath Smith, and 2 more for Naylyssa Smith. Canada blocked by Wilson, but there's a foul before that. So free throws here for Jordan Canada of the Dream. First free throw is no good. Another one coming as the rules dictate. And WNBA coverage continues Thursday on the channel with Shakar, Las Vegas again, as they're in Indianapolis to take on Indiana. We're also going to have the Aces Saturday at Minnesota. Top 2 teams in the league. That should be a dynamite game. Canada makes the second. And we've got a timeout here with 3:23 to go. 20-point lead for the Aces. They've got it on cruise control. Well, some Dream fans still having a good old time doing some dancing. I guess it's swag. Looks like it's swag surfing. Could be wrong. Looks like, though, it is swag surfing. 3:23 to play. It's been all visiting team tonight, though, in Atlanta. 99-79 with 3:23 to go. The Aces leading the Dream. As we go back up the floor, Aces now searching for 100 points. They have some couple reserve players into the game. Here's Young on the left wing. She's a regular. 7 to shoot for Jackie Young. Down to 5. Here's Young now. Oh, nearly. Oh, it is a steal. Good steal. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough for Atlanta. And she'll go coast to coast with a layup. Good work there by Walker-Kimbrough to lay it in. That'll cut the deficit down. Here is Young. Pass inside. There's Turner, and Turner missing. Rebound Atlanta and Borlasse. And now weaving through traffic is Sherrod. Kick out in the corner. A three doesn't go. Sherrod tried to track the rebound down and couldn't do it. Among those in the game for Las Vegas now is Justine Pissett, the rookie out of Vanderbilt. Young to Turner, and Turner has 2 more, and the Aces are now all over the century mark with just short of 2 minutes to play in the game. 3rd career triple-double for Jackie Young now after that assist. What a night for her. Borlasse now back to Sherrod. Borlasse on the left wing, 7 to shoot. Back to Canada it goes. Or Sherrod. Sherrod trying to go all the way. And a lay-in good for Sherrod, and it's 101-83. And we have 2 minutes to go in this one. And I think Vegas is going to get more of their people out of the game. So a great night tonight for the Aces. So they continue to show to everybody that they are still the world champions. Again, you want to talk about a box office game. Saturday will be it when they play Minnesota. 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. The stat line for Jackie Young tonight. Las Vegas and Atlanta playing, of course, here tonight. And, well, Las Vegas actually was telling tied for Golden State. That's going to change, though. They're going to go back to 21-9. Atlanta now at 18-11. They'll fall behind Dallas and Indiana, who are at 19-11. Here's a three for the Aces. The bench was about to explode. Mai Yamamoto, the rookie from Japan, trying a three and missing. Here's Sherrod at the other end, and she lays it in. Good work by Jalen Sherrod. 101-85, final 100 seconds. Here's a three for Pissot, and it is good, and the rookie from Vandy adding to it. 104-85. Now, Sherrod, nice Euro step, misses the layup, rebound by Turner. And here's Yamamoto up the floor. Long pass, Pissot again, and in and out. Halfway in and out. Rebound Atlanta. I think that might have been Sika Kone who got the rebound, the 4th-year player from Mali. Sherrod as we approach the final minute. Now it's Walker-Kimbrough. We're inside of a minute to play. Jones on a drive, lays it in. Good work by Jones. And it's now 104-87. Evans through traffic, and she gets fouled. 50 seconds to play. I think that might have been a wry smile from Becky Hammond there. No. She deserves to have a wry smile. Her team did well tonight. At the line here for Las Vegas and making the first free throw. Is that Smith? That's number 5. We don't have a number 5 on our Aces roster. Well, that's my best JT voice. That's embarrassing. 40 seconds left. Here is Sherrod. Now back to Walker Kimbrough. Sherrod with 8. Sherrod on a drive. It's no good. Rebound Aces. They do have to take one more shot in this game. Here is Yamamoto with 12 to shoot. Yamamoto's going to fire and hit. And the bench goes crazy as the rookie from Japan knocks it down. What a moment for my Yamamoto. And let's see, Sherrod has the ball, and I don't think the Dream are going to do anything in these final few seconds, and that's going to get us to the finish line. An impressive showing by the world champion Aces as they pull away and hide from the Atlanta Dream tonight. They win it 109 to 87 at State Farm Arena. Jackie Young, what a night she had. So impressive. Asia Wilson doing her thing. Chelsea Gray doing her thing. The Dream will go back to the drawing board after being taught a basketball lesson. As it's all Aces tonight. And they'll go to 21-9. The Dream fall to 18-11. Angel Reese Barbie night. Not the night the Dream wanted on the basketball court. As Asia Wilson now having a talk with Alicia Gray. 2 former South Carolina Gamecock teammates chopping it up at the end of the game. And that'll get it. We'll get out of here. It's all Aces tonight. They win it 109 to 87. Special thanks to Matthew Owens and JT, the 2 best people in the business. For everyone at YouTube, I'm Seth Eaves. So long and good night, where the Aces win it by 20.